We are back with another episode of Red Alert. Just going to be me and the Jartman today. Nick is down for the count. Not exactly sure what's going on, but he's unable to record today. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Got to talk about the Super Bowl, NBA, about the All-Star Game, second half predictions, who's going to fall, who's going to rise, and lastly, talk about a little college basketball, who we like in March, and then maybe Jart will let us know what's going to happen on National Marquette Day tomorrow. So I guess I'll start with you, Jart. What were your thoughts on that Super Bowl?
Just want to start with something. It's ironic that, like Dame Lillard is one of Nick's favorite players when Nick's running from the grind right now.
He is running from the grind. He's not here to defend his guy.
Yeah, and his boys won't even do it. All right. I just want to get to that. What was your question again? Sorry.
What'd you think of that Super Bowl?
Expected. It was a good game. I think everything, I don't know, we talked about it on the podcast, it was – my official pick was that the Rams were going to win, but the Bengals would cover. I did think it could have been a blowout. I did not think the Bengals defense was going to play as good as it did. I thought that the Rams would get a lot more pressure, and I know they got a ton, but they didn't.
I mean, they had the most. I think it was the most sacks ever.
Yeah, no,
and it still felt like they'd get more.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of that came later in the game too. It wasn't immediate. The defense was dominating, and a couple blown calls there, and it actually looked for a good second when the Bengals were going to pull out this miracle run, and finally complete it. But Matty Stafford. Or Matt Frafford, I should say. The original Joe Shiesty.
You mean Frat Stafford?
Yeah.
Frat Stafford.
He pulled it out. I mean, he literally only had Cooper Kupp. The defense knew he only had Cooper Kupp. They were probably double-teaming him, and he was still finding him open, still throwing the ball where nobody else could get it but him. And then Eli Apple burnt toast on that final drive. Yeah. It was a great game. I think we can relax on all the Joe Burrow hype a little bit now. This game's by no means on him. When you're running for your life the entire time, it's hard to do something that great. But I think that he played a little bit underwhelming. And I think that, everyone has been on the Joe Burrow train. I don't mind him at all. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a top 7 quarterback easily. I just don't like the top 5. Nick was saying top 3 if he wins the Super Bowl, which is insane.
Well, that's just to base it off one game is kind of irrational.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of recency bias when you talk about sports.
I like to put my hand up. I let Nick gaslight me into believing Herbert wasn't as good as Burrow, and I don't know, but my thoughts on
just talent easily Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to get into that. Nick's not, because we're just gonna agree, and Nick's not here to debate us. My thought on the game was I know the Bengals scored 20, but it felt like they didn't. It came on they had the trick play touchdown because they knew they couldn't run it in on them, and I don't think they really in the last time they got down the red zone they really struggled to do anything, and so Taylor, who I thought he had a solid game coaching. I think it wasn't great by any means, but he was in his bag, I thought, with some of the play calls, and so so they scored on the Mixon pass. And then the play to open the second half, which was just, I mean, T. Higgins yanked his face mask down.
I don't know how you missed that call.
I mean, stuff happens. I mean, and I know Bengals fans are complaining about the holding, and I don't think you can call that there either. But you also you also have to call the Higgins one.
Yeah, there was back and forth.
It was kind of a shame. I'd be more okay with if the Bengals won and everybody was oh, they missed the Higgins call and him just them fighting for the ball and it's OPI, but I'm okay with that more so than the ref, than it becoming a ref show at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But then, and then they got their other field goal off a pick. Other than that, they didn't do a whole lot offensively. And that's why I was kind of shocked. Like you were talking about, you thought it could be a blowout. It was 14-3. It looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked like the Rams were about to go and smoke them. But, I said in my prediction, I was like, I'd take the Bengals with the points, take the under, which both obviously, covered. And the Rams just kind of played down to people. And, obviously, they won the Super Bowl and they're world champs and everything. But they do, kind of keep teams in it and, they don't put them away always. And, you can win doing that, obviously, because Stafford late is so good.
Yeah.
And, he had three fourth-quarter game-winning drives in the playoffs, which is not, a common thing to do.
I mean, you're only playing,
just,
4 games.
He played 4, and, it was stones. And so, so I thought, everything – it kind of went, somewhat how we thought it would go. I was a little shocked that the Rams were, so much – they were so close to losing, though. But, no, I thought it was a good game. I think it did feel a little weird because it felt like one of those, like Madden, Super Bowls where, you're, 7 years into your My Player and you lose in, the conference championship. And then you're like, the Rams and Bengals are playing in the Super Bowl just because, that's how the simulation went. It was weird. It was weird not to see, some of the perennial teams in there, but it was also kind of fun. Interesting tidbit about that Logan Wilson call. Apparently, so I have a couple of cousins and uncle who are from Cincinnati, and they went to the game. Heartbreak. But they said when they were there, the call happened, and then they didn't show the replay on the board. So they didn't know, what, they couldn't, boo or, anything because they didn't see, they're like, I guess there was holding on the play. Little, tinfoil hat. It was in the Rams stadium. But, yeah. So those are my thoughts on that. I actually think, my kind of thoughts on the Bengals are that was, kind of their shot. They're not, I know everybody's they'll be back. Yeah, maybe. But, not, they're not, going to be favored to go back anytime soon.
Yeah.
And, they had a lot of things go their way. They won a lot of games. They won a lot of games and a lot of tight, close contests. I don't know. I mean, obviously, once they revamp that line, they'll be better. But that defense was, even in the Super Bowl, just creating turnovers. I think they forced at least 2 turnovers every game. That's not something you can just consistently do to win. They finished the year 10-7, which is kind of skewed, but I don't know. Is it more likely they make the Super Bowl next year? Or is it more likely they miss the playoffs?
I would say miss the playoffs. The AFC's good.
It's really good. And Baltimore's going to be healthy next year.
It's only getting better, yeah. And, with the addition of the Jets coming into the playoff hunt, just one more team to worry about. But
yeah, well, there's always surprise teams every year. So, who's next year's Bengals?
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to replace them. Yeah, there's everybody's crazy to say that teams the year before that made the playoffs are going to miss it. When in reality, half of those teams, half the playoff field's 50% of it's gone every year.
I think that in terms of the game too, the Bengals scored all their points in a span of 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And
when they got that pick,
when they got that pick off of Ben Skoronek's hand, you were like, "Oh God, this is actually happening." That's when I was like, "Oh God, the Rams actually might be toast."
They needed to punch
this
that
is dangerous. They needed to force that field goal, which is best case scenario for them. Their defense stepped up when they needed to, but the Bengals' offense the second half was just flat. They got the touchdown. That was it. After that touchdown, they really did nothing.
After the first play.
The thing is, too, all you have to do is get it in the field goal range because McPherson's lights out all year, all playoffs. He hasn't missed.
Well, after that field goal they got from the pick, it was 3 plays punt, 3 plays punt, 5 plays punt, 7 plays punt, 5 plays downs, end of game. They didn't do anything the whole second half, basically.
Yeah. And that's where you felt like the Bengals just choked it away. Like, not like choked in the sense that they had the best chance to win the game and they didn't, and kind of gave it away, but like let the other team come back. And in terms of like the Bengals next year, I don't think. Look, the Chiefs are obviously going to be up there as they always are.
Buffalo.
The Bills are certainly up there.
Just watch out for the Chargers next year when they have a run defense.
Chargers will be there next year. I think the Raiders will also be there next year. Like, there's a lot of teams who are going to be good on both sides of the ball. And I feel like the Bengals defense just can't live up to what they did.
No, it's good though. Their defense is good.
But they're good. I don't like for them to get to the Super Bowl, they had to play lights out. Stop some of the best.
Their defense was like pretty good all year. It wasn't like bad.
No, I agree, but stopping Patrick Mahomes completely in the second half was like something that, like a world beater type of thing. And I think if you get Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen next year, who are on like not a vengeance tour, but they have added motivation because they were stopped this year. Like,
dude, it's
different.
They did catch a huge break with Tennessee getting the 1 seed also.
Yeah,
because like they didn't have to go through Buffalo and Kansas City, who I thought were the two best teams in the AFC. I mean, obviously the Bengals came out, but I thought like going in were the two best teams, and then they only had to go through Buffalo, or they only had to go through Kansas City because
the Bengals certainly weren't. Yeah, I think the Bengals certainly weren't the best team in the AFC. I don't even think they were a top 2 team in the AFC. They just got hot at the right time. And that's name the game in the playoffs. Like,
that's it. And that's sometimes like the way you got to do it. I mean, that's how the Giants won both their Super Bowls with Eli. I don't think people were going in there picking them to win it, but they did because they got hot.
Won his Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I don't know. The great Colin Cowherd doesn't always have the best takes, but I think he had a good comparison to it. He said they felt like a 6th seed in the finals of March Madness.
Yeah, 100%.
Like they felt like Butler.
Oh yeah, I mean I think more talent. Like it's
more talented. It's not like sustainable is I think what we're both trying to get at here.
Certainly.
Yeah. I guess my last take on the game is Aaron Donald's the best defensive player I've ever seen in my life. And he's better than Lawrence Taylor. He's the GOAT of defensive players.
Yeah, I would agree that he's better than Lawrence Taylor. Revis guy. Grew up watching Prime Revis.
I saw something or my friend was telling me the 8 best defensive seasons by like a defensive tackle ever are just Aaron Donald's last 8 seasons.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
And final play of the game, he's the guy. Like
and the one before when they tried to run it on third. Why is Perine? That's where Zach Taylor like really why is Perine in?
The classic like reach the arm across the first down. Like you didn't even like try to extend the ball at all. Just he was.
I was like, oh, he's got it, and then Donald just
literally. Yeah, no, back. I thought he got it. I thought he was there for sure, and then he got ripped back, and you're like, oh, whoa.
You're like, how did that even happen? But yeah, it was a good Super Bowl. I think next year, I don't know if either of these teams will be back next year. I think the Rams would probably have a better chance just because. I don't like the NFC is just going to be wide open next year. Like the NFC's, they have Rodgers leaves. I don't know why Rodgers would want to leave in all honesty. Cause like there's just so much uncertainty there. I mean like Seattle, even though they have Wilson, like they're kind of a mess. Like San Francisco, who knows how good Lance is going to be if they move on from Garoppolo. Brady's gone from Tampa. And this Rams team, like even Donald talked about retiring, Odell towards ACL a second time. I mean the Rams will probably be the favorites coming out next year of the NFC, but
yeah, I don't hate that. I think that all right.
I guess he might be leaving the NFC because of the Bears, but
yeah, kind of a good transition here. Let's go with next year. Let's talk about where the top QBs are going to land, if any change is going to happen, and then give like a Super Bowl prediction. Like obviously. We're that far away, and it's as good as guess as anyone's got, probably. But let's give a Super Bowl prediction, and probably where like Rodgers, Watson, Jimmy G. Where do you think those guys are going to end up?
All right, I'll go Jimmy G to the Commanders.
Oh,
Um, I feel like they would probably bite for him. They bid on Alex Smith. And I bet they'd draft a guy and sign Jimmy G to like a 1-year deal. I could see that.
yeah.
I could see Rodgers. I mean, everybody's linking him to Denver. I don't know. The thing is so reportedly he wants a bunch of money, and Green Bay can't really do that. They can't keep him and Adams. So I could see Rodgers in Denver. I can almost see him in Indy. I don't know how him and Frank Reich would get along, but Rodgers most likely he'll stay in Green Bay. I guess who else? Oh, Watson. I think the Texans are just gonna hold on to him.
So who do you think's starting in Pittsburgh next year?
They'll probably draft a guy or my guy Mitch.
Oh, that's a name out of the hat.
That's a little curveball there. But
Is his contract up?
Yeah, he signed a 1-year with Buffalo. Did you see do you follow the CBS sports?
Yeah, I know exactly.
They tweet about him every day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Their social media guy is a big Mitch guy.
Yeah, I love it though. I'd love to see him get another shot.
Yeah.
With that Pittsburgh defense, Mitch would have been better than Big Ben this year. I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah, probably. Probably the same. I don't know.
Yeah, marginally. He'd avoid less sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be the main difference.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'm sure Nick would bet a lot more confidently on Mitch Trubisky first touchdown than Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. And then is there any other quarterbacks on the move? Where do you think Wentz stays in Indy? I don't know if they.
So I think I'll start with Rodgers. I think Rodgers stays. I think that the Packers find a way to get it done. You just don't.
Wentz goes to Denver.
I don't think Wentz leaves either. Okay. I don't think if you let a guy like Rodgers leave, you'll work out the money in any way you can. They'll backload it, create a signing bonus, the stuff that the Saints do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they'll pay for it a little bit later, but I think that you keep Rodgers if you have. I don't care about Jordan Love. He kind of was underwhelming in this one game.
Yeah. He doesn't have it.
Exactly. I think Wentz stays as well. Wentz had a great season. For Carson Wentz, he had a great season. Horrible ending that made it.
And that's the thing. Everybody was hyping up the Colts, and then now and they lose the one game. And granted, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad. But if you looked at the full season,
yeah.
What they kind of just got, the biggest problem they had was all their tough games were at the beginning of the year when Wentz was those were his first games with the team. It's I don't know. I think if their schedule was flipped, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They played Jacksonville week 1 and whoever they had week 1, they played, at the end of the year, they would have been better off.
I think they're certainly sticking with Wentz, and I think they're going to win the AFC South. I think that Kenny Pickett will most likely be the starter for Pittsburgh next year.
What if the Panthers take him?
I don't know. I think Steelers either trade up or just they get him. I don't think the Panthers take Kenny Pickett.
So I don't think they will.
Because I don't think you
give. It's very possible because it's a reach at 6, but it's a desperate coach who knows they got to hit on a quarterback because they've signed Bridgewater. It didn't work. Darnold didn't work. What are they going to do?
Yeah, but that's my thing is I don't know if the GM's going to be rules already on the hot seat. Do we give him a rookie quarterback and potentially have him stay longer because now he has the excuse of having a rookie quarterback?
Yeah. You can fire a guy even if he has a rookie quarterback, though.
Yeah, I guess. I think most likely they Darnold starts the season because of that 5th-year they picked up that 5th-year option. Okay. So no matter who they draft,
do you think Darnold turns into a bridge guy and they draft maybe They trade back, draft like a higher ceiling prospect
Yeah,
than
but
Pickett.
bridge guy based on the fact that you have no one else better, and don't want to spend the money.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like you just keep him for a year and like I don't
Yeah.
know. There are like some intriguing guys like Corral, who's like got a lot of talent, but I don't think he's not ready to play at all. I think like he was just an RPO merchant at Ole Miss, and like I don't like the class is like it's like if you need a quarterback this year, like you're an idiot.
Yeah, it's a bad
waiting.
year.
It's not great.
I think that the Lions move on from Goff. For where they go, I'm not sure. I would love.
I think the Lions. Ooh, I got to take on the Lions. I think they take a guy like end of the first round and keep Goff.
So yeah, I think they like. So in terms of
what about the guy from Cincy, Ritter?
Yeah, I like Desmond Ritter. I think that they move. I think that Pittsburgh, the Lions, and who were we just talking about? Another team we're just talking about. They do the thing where they start with their quarterback from last season, and then they transition to the rookie after like 3 games because their quarterback's
bad. Because the fans are like, all right, we watched Jared Goff last year.
Exactly. We know exactly. It's like one of those things. You know exactly what you're getting, and if they're not going to surprise you and you've like seen their potential already, it's kind of dumb. I think Jimmy G. I think he has to leave the 49ers because like there's really no other choice. Like they drafted Lance at 3.
If Lance isn't ready now, that's concerning.
Yeah, exactly. And you drafted him at 3. Like he has to be your franchise quarterback. You really want to sacrifice another year of sitting him for that? Like
the other thing with him is you want to give him like a full off season working with the ones.
And I really don't think Lance is going to be a good quarterback. I think he'll be average to above average at best. Like
he's not. See, that's I don't. He's not going to be average. He's going to be like here.
Yeah, his one game that he played, Shanahan didn't trust him at all. Like the play calls
against the Texans, he was good. His like most recent game when he had to fill in for a game, and I know it's the Texans,
but that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like the play calling was designed as if you had a game manager and he just filled that role. Like he wasn't doing anything. No, but you would think that he'd open up the playbook and let him do the things that he lets Jimmy G do.
So he doesn't let Jimmy do anything.
Jimmy is allowed to, dude. It'd be like 3rd and 6, and they're running the ball, like something ridiculous like that.
I know they do that with Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I watched that game because I had 49ers defense fantasy. I thought it was very underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I know they don't let Jimmy do a lot either, man.
But I mean, you just have to move on just to see what you have.
The thing is, he's only played like he hasn't played. He's played like he's so young, like in terms of like starts and like reps in football, and so like you just can't you can't open up the playbook for him. I know he's like a good athlete and he's got a great arm and everything, but like I don't think he's like ready yet.
Yeah, that's
all right. Well, I think we're good with the NFL talk. Kind of went on a little tangent there. Why don't we move?
Super Bowl. Do your quick. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, quick one next year. This will obviously change, but I'll go Chargers and NFC. Chargers, Bears.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, obviously that'll change. I'm gonna go Bills out of the AFC. I think they finally get over the hump. NFC is so wide open. I hate the Cardinals. I don't think the Cowboys will ever do it. If Aaron Rodgers stays, I'm gonna go Bills Packers.
All right. You wanna hear my one tidbit before the season?
Sure.
The AFC South is gonna be won by the Atlanta Falcons next year.
Well, they're in the NFC South, buddy.
Or NFC South, my bad. Misspoke. That division is so bad.
I don't hate that at all.
They're like that's the only. If he is, then yeah, I'm assuming he will be.
Yeah.
But if not, then I'd obviously have to change it.
I don't hate that take at all.
if they get Ridley back,
I think they're moving on from Ridley.
That sucks. Well, hopefully they get another. They'll rebuild their receivers. They draft well there.
Ridley.
Yeah, or Bear.
No,
Yeah. All right, let's move on to NBA. I guess we can recap the All-Star game a little bit. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I didn't watch too much of it, but Curry hit like 17 threes or something.
Yeah, it's 6.
LeBron canned the game winner. He had 17 and he finished with like 50.
Jesus. So inspirational, man. The clip of him turning around, the half-court shot, the ball's nowhere near the basket, and he's already walking out. Like,
yeah, that was
insane.
I mean, like, it's one thing from a corner three because I'm sure he knows when his threes are going in from the corner.
No way you could know from then. No way.
Oh, yeah. That was like
just turn around just for the clip. Like, doesn't matter if it goes
because if he misses, no one's going to clown him. He's Steph Curry.
Yeah, no one's clipping that and being like, oh, look at Curry. Like,
Curry thought he had it.
You want to talk about the worst slam dunk competition of all time?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a quick recap.
I know one guy put on Timberlands.
Cole Anthony put on like, I get it. It's all about presentation. He was like, I don't even know, but he put on Timberlands, which actually, like, if you throw down a great dunk in Timberlands and you get up in Timberlands, great for you. Like,
yeah, it's sick.
But he took 3 tries just to even, like, try and dunk the ball because the Timberlands were weighing him down so much.
I mean, yeah.
That you were just like,
I mean, okay, if you've ever worn Timberlands, you can't perform any athletic.
Jalen Green had the biggest hype in it. Jalen Green had the biggest hype out of anybody in the dunk competition, like 5 years, and he was just a dud. His teammate didn't help him that much with the passing off the backboard, like side of the backboard, but he literally tried 20 times to dunk the ball. It got so annoying to watch it. You just wanted it to be over. Obi was the only person, and Juan Anderson, I guess, to actually, like, put in good dunks each round. But Obi, on the end of the first round, he could have put in a memorable dunk, but he realized that he's going on no matter what as long as he dunks it on his first time. So he throws up, like, just off the backboard, I'll jam it in real quick. Like,
nothing special. That's so soft.
It was fine. Like, you got it. And then it was him versus Juan Anderson. Juan Anderson can throw it down, but it's just like, against Obi Toppin.
Juan Anderson, and then, like, there's another name behind it. The guy in the.
Oh, Juan Anderson Toscano. Sorry, I'm a Marquette guy. We really only know him by Juan Anderson.
No, it's the guy that's like 95, whatever, on the Warriors.
Yeah. Marquette grad. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was.
How long ago?
He was teammates with Jimmy Butler, and I think.
I thought he was like younger.
No. He's an old guy. Probably
graduated. In the dunk. Why is he in the dunk contest?
I don't know. That was so crazy.
That makes no sense.
I think he dunked. He was a highlight of dunk. He had like a nasty highlight dunking over somebody this year.
So they're like, sure, here.
Yeah, I mean the dunk contest the last couple of years has just been absolutely horrible.
It sucks.
We were spoiled with Levine and Aaron Gordon. Then Dwayne Wade had to screw us all.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just stop talking about these just boring things.
Dude, once football's over, the topics get a little bit.
Yeah. It was like first weekend without football.
Yeah.
NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
Shit. What are your thoughts for the second half of the NBA? I saw something yesterday that said until the end of the season, we will have NBA every day for the rest of the year. So that is good news.
I don't think that the Lakers are going to improve. I think at best they're going to be a play-in team. I think the Clippers are going to be – if they get Kawhi and George back, which it looks like they will before the end of the season.
Is Kawhi coming back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they just get Paul George, as long as they make the playoffs, they're going to be dangerous. I mean, because you have those two superstars. They're going to be dangerous.
That's going to screw over like Phoenix or Golden State if
it's gonna be
the Clippers get out of the.
It'll be so funny. It'll be so funny.
Dude, like if they play Golden State, I'd take the Clippers.
But last year's Suns-Clippers series was pretty damn good too, and that was without Kawhi.
That's true. Although, like, some guys were playing out of their, like, skull on the Clippers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That,
That's
like,
true.
was, like,
Reggie
Reggie
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, looking at the standings right now, first place in the West, you have Phoenix by a good 6.5 games as they're 49-10. Nobody talks about them. They don't lose. They've gone on, like, multiple, like, winning streaks that are just insane. They're 26-5 at home, 23-5 away. They've won 8 in a row, 9-1 in their last 10. Like,
yeah, they're a wagon.
What the hell?
Love Chris Paul, but he's hurt now.
He is.
Wrist. He's out like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. What do you think Memphis keeps this up? Do you think, like, in the playoffs, like, if they get Dallas or Denver in the first round, do you think they take that?
Grizzlies are so goddamn overhyped. It's not even funny.
They're
so overhyped.
Ooh.
They're gonna be a dud in the playoffs. I'm not gonna say I don't like John Morant. I don't know. He's not my type of guy.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, honestly. I just don't like him.
What?
I don't know what it is.
You're like John Morant?
I genuinely don't know what it is.
Just no reason.
I don't know. I always hate when people ride a player like way too much. And Bleacher Report makes me hate like every player, like literally every player.
Yeah, are you starting to hate DeMar DeRozan now? People are catching
on. No, I liked DeMar before, so I think what he's doing is sick. And so many people wrote him off, like, screw you. I don't know, John. I just don't. And he also just like killed Marquette in the tournament. I thought that was more funny.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Me and John Morant don't have a good relationship, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think the Grizzlies keep it up. I think they're role players, and just the whole team was playing out of their mind. I think it's the same thing with the Cavs. They're both good teams. They'll make the playoffs. They'll be the top, like, 6 seeds, 7 seeds. I just don't think in the playoffs it's going to translate when it gets to, like, do or die moments. I don't think the Grizzlies have.
Yeah, I, like, want to agree, but they did, like last year they weren't as good, and they did, like, I mean, I guess Golden State didn't have Clay, but they did go into Golden State and win that, do or die game.
Choked that game bad, too.
John Morant hit a big shot.
Yeah, he did. I mean, like, a little bouncer off the rim a couple times, but.
Oh, my God, it went in.
That's what I'm saying. It went in. Like, it had a nice kiss.
Hold on, hypothetical. Would you be on better terms with John Morant if the Lakers, like, made a late season push, got the 6th seed, and then John Morant sent him packing?
Yes. If for whatever reason the Grizzlies get up to, like, the 2 seed and for some reason would play the winner of a playing game, or, like, the tournament, whatever, I would go nuts. It'd be hilarious. I'd be the biggest John Morant fan out there. I hate the Lakers.
All right. So that's talking West. I mean, I like Dallas has kind of come on strong. I'm glad they traded Porzingis because at times he plays like he's a paid actor by the other team. Utah will never win anything ever.
Mitchell's gone after this year, I think.
Who? Mitchell? If I had to play with Rudy Gobert, I'd be gone like yesterday.
I think they have to trade one of them if it doesn't work out this year, and Mitchell's probably going to demand one. So
yeah, I like kind of like Dallas. Like Luka's like a guy you like to have in the playoffs because he can get a bucket like when like the game slows down, and like those are the teams that like typically do well in the playoffs. Like when the game's like slowing down, it's half court. That's why I kind of agree with you with Memphis. Like I believe they play pretty fast, and John Morant's a really good open court player. That does not translate to the playoffs as much. Yeah. And so like when you need a bucket, like teams that have a guy that can go ISO consistently and get buckets are teams that win. Like Phoenix with Chris Paul and Booker. Like those are 2 guys. Yeah, they have 2 of them, and that's why they did so well in the playoffs last year. Like Middleton and Giannis are those guys. Like, say what you want about Middleton in the playoffs last year. When they needed buckets, he would get them for him.
He had a couple game winners.
Oh, yeah. Like, he was great for him last year. And that's why, like, the Clippers would be dangerous because, like, Kawhi can get you one. Like, Brooklyn's dangerous. That's why, I don't know, like, Miami, like, I guess we'll shift to the East now. Like, Miami, like, I don't trust them, really. Like, I know, like, they're good. But it's Lowry, Adebayo, and Butler. Like, I don't know.
Oladipo's apparently joining the team soon.
Yeah, they've got a lot of, like, B+, A- players, but they don't have anybody who's like.
Do they mesh well together? I haven't seen the Heat play at all.
Yeah, they're the 2 seed right now. They're half a game back behind the Bulls.
Yeah, but hasn't everyone been hurt? That's what I'm saying. Like, they haven't had a fully healthy team either.
Well, yeah, and like the Bulls haven't either. I mean, I know the Bulls are it's an upstart team, and I could see the reasoning for saying that they might flounder in the playoffs because, like, a lot of these guys maybe haven't been there, like Vooch, Levine. I mean, Caruso won a title, but he's not like one of our big players. Lonzo's never really played in big games when he comes back. You know, Io's a rookie. He's getting big minutes right now. But, like, Levine and DeMar, like, when the game slows down, can get you buckets. And so, like, that's what I really like about the team. They play, like, good defense. Dude, Philly, even with Harden, I will never trust the 76ers in the playoffs because I just feel like Embiid just fades sometimes. But I don't know. Obviously Milwaukee's the favorite, I think, to come out of the East. Like, they're the favorite until they're not.
Yeah. I think quick tidbit of the Mavericks. One reason they're also so good this year, or like just decent, is emergence of Jalen Brunson, my boy Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he's averaging 16.
He's been a damn good point guard. Yeah, he's been a damn good point guard.
He's starting for him too?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And like a guy, they traded Porzingis because a guy like Maxi Kleber has been playing like a lot better than typically. And Porzingis is so inconsistent. They just wanted to move on from him.
I would not want Porzingis is not a guy I want in a dogfight at all.
He did get jumped by like 2 people, but they were like 5-10 people, and they beat the crap out of him in his home country.
If you're 7'3", you should be able to take 2 guys that are below 6 feet tall. I stand by that.
Just kick them, dude. The length advantage is unreal.
Just kind of like push them away. Like, hey, I don't know. I've never really loved Porzingis. Like, he's obviously a very talented player, but like watching him in the playoffs last year, he just jacks so many threes, and it's like, dude, like,
yeah,
go in the paint. It's kind of like watching. It's like watching AD at times. Like, AD would be so much better if he just imposed his will down low. But like I think he's either scared of getting hurt or doesn't want to take the like toll on his body, so he just like kind of fades at times and takes so many bad shots. Huh?
Anthony Street Clothes Davis.
Anthony Davis, you mean?
Yeah. Dude, he's made of glass now.
Oh my god, it's kind of sad, but
it is what it is. Zion.
No. This is all a ploy to get him to New York.
I don't know.
Apparently, he doesn't trust. Apparently, he doesn't like the Pelicans front office, and like, I don't know. He's like, this is like very out of character because like at Duke in like his first couple of years, like he did not seem like a diva. Like, he had to be talked out of coming back for his sophomore year to Duke.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's not like he's just some big diva like James Harden. I think it's more so like everybody that's played in New Orleans has won it out. Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, now Zion. Like, I get it. And he's just he's ahead of the curve compared to those guys. You know, also I do himself. Yeah, he's not. And I do think with Zion, the other thing is I do think as good as he is, if he's your best player, you're not going to win right now. Especially with his play style.
So fat right now. It's unreal.
Well,
in those Mountain Dew commercials, looks like he's just been eating zebra cakes all day.
Well, that was from a while ago, though.
Dude, I don't think he's gotten skinnier. I'm pretty sure he's getting bigger.
Well, the problem is he keeps hurting his foot, and to lose weight, you need to be able to have a run or something.
And they keep shutting him down like completely, and he's just eating probably down there.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
Booger
So,
McFarland.
all right. I guess. Well, give me your finals prediction right now, and then give me some MVP. Give me who's your MVP.
Finals. Bucks. Is it a rematch of Bucks Suns? It feels like it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with that. Honestly, I think the Bucks are just. I love the Bucks. And I love Giannis, so I'm not gonna ever pick against them. I think the Bulls make the conference finals. I think it's Bucks Bulls conference finals would be electric.
That'd be. Oh my god, that would be awesome.
And I think,
dude, they're like it's like a 50-minute, or it's like an hour away from each other.
Every game would be sold out.
It'd be like
insane.
It'd just be like a border war.
Yeah,
it'd be sick. That'd be awesome. I would like obviously kind of hope Milwaukee gets knocked out so we don't have to play them.
Yeah,
I think they're an awful matchup for us because unless Pat Williams comes back, and even if he comes back, like he's like very young. Like we can't just be like, hey Pat, shut down Giannis.
Even then,
yeah, because that would be like our best guy to guard him. But it's also like I'm not saying he could or like would have like a great chance. I'm just saying that'd be like our best guy, and he's been hurt all year.
Yeah,
but I am not like as a Bulls fan. Like the only team I'd be like, oh my god, like this is gonna be like brutal. Is if we played Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think the Warriors might come out of the West. I love the Warriors. I'll take the Suns officially, and I think it'll change by the time we get to the actual playoff. But I love the Warriors. I think they play such a different style than most teams do. It's so quick and they move without the ball so well. And if Wiggins can keep up what they're doing, I don't see how teams really shut them.
The Warriors are kind of the one exception to the rule of like Curry can obviously get you a bucket when it slows down, but like not kind of in the same way of like ISO that like Booker would, but like they just can like shoot you to death.
Yeah.
And like even without KD, like they have Poole, Wiggins, Clay, and Curry all on the floor at the same times. Like those are like they'll just shoot you to death and you're out of the game in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm not gonna pick Milwaukee. I'm gonna pick the Bulls. It'd be kind of sacrilegious, but and then I'll take Golden State to come out of the West.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Why would I say that? I said earlier Bulls Suns. Why would I say? I said earlier there's no way the Warriors are winning the title in an earlier episode. I can't go back on that. I can't go back on that. We're going Bulls Suns. DeMarvelous is going to carry us there. Yeah. And so who would you have as the MVP right now?
I think DeRozan's really underrated for that. I think he'll finish like top 3. I don't think
he'll win. He should, but he won't.
I don't know. I think Embiid hasn't been playing a lot recently, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like the hype with Embiid like died down a little bit.
So DeRozan right now, I saw something that he's like the 5th best odds. Who are the 4 guys ahead of him? It's ridiculous.
Probably Giannis, Joker, Embiid, and I don't know who.
Curry, yeah, it's those 4. DeRozan took a team who couldn't even make the play-in game, and obviously they added some other guys. But like the Bulls have been banged up all year, and like the only guy who's been there has been DeRozan, and he's just kept us afloat the entire year. And I do think this matters because like points per game, obviously Embiid has him in it. But and like DeRozan scored like more total points, if that makes sense. Because he plays more. So he's like more valuable, if that makes sense. And like normally, and it's kind of ridiculous because this is the one year where it's normally best team. Well, I guess you'd have to give it to someone on the Suns. But none of those guys are ahead of DeRozan. Like they're not giving it to Booker or Chris Paul. Best player on the best team normally is getting MVP. That's just how it's like gone. And now that's not how it goes. Now they're like, oh, Giannis.
And I feel like Embiid always dies down at the end of the season though. Like he always has the MVP hype until the last like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then they're like, never mind.
Yeah, and then they're like, but he barely fucking plays. Like,
Yeah, yeah. They're like, wait, he misses one every 3 games.
wait, the MVP every year usually plays just like 74, 75 game, and Beach played like 52. Like, I don't know what we're doing here.
No, it's a great 52 games, but
I'll go officially. I think Giannis will get it at the end. I think the Bucks will reclaim the 1 seed and just
yeah. I mean, if they do, obviously, then Giannis will get it.
I think DeRozan deserves to be top 3 easily.
Yeah, I don't like
deserves to be in that conversation at the end. So
yeah, I'm fine with him like not winning. Like I'll live with that.
Mm.
But like, I mean, I think after like last night, because I like this like past 8 games he's played, it's been like ridiculous.
Past like 20 games, he's not like he is.
Yeah, all year
basically. Single person, yeah, he's shutting up every single person that had any qualms with this. And me and you, like when the Bulls.
Yeah, I had a problem with it, and I take it back. And I'm sorry, DeMar. I apologize. I was wrong. I am a fool. Okay, I bow down to you. I'm sorry.
I didn't have a problem with it at all. I just didn't think that he would impact as much as he has. Like,
yeah,
I knew he was going to do what he normally does, just like 22 a night, like, mid-range game completely. But he's hitting in the 3 pretty well. Like, he's shooting a lot better than he normally has. Like,
he's been so efficient this year, and that was like my concern. Like coming in is that like the teams that were in the finals last year were both very efficient, like shooting teams. And I was like, well, like if we're gonna have this guy who's like only good at mid range, like I don't know. And like historically, he was not the most efficient player, like not where the league's going. Well, he makes every mid-range shot. It's insane. And like he's been so clutch for us. He's our closer. Like last night again, he hit another big shot, down 1, hit an and 1 in Kevin Huerter and Danilo Gallinari's face. I mean, and like I don't know, he's 8 games with 35 points or more, 50% shooting or above. He broke Wilt's record. That's insane.
Yeah.
And Wilt, I'm sure, did it just dunking.
Yeah, Wilt's record's unreal.
So, yeah. So I guess that's our NBA talk. Who are some of your college teams to look out for come March, Jartman?
I really think Marquette is going to be a problem for most teams. It depends what type of Marquette shows up. Like, there's the Marquette that turns over the ball, plays very sloppy, like. And it's like every college team, you have your hit or misses. They've definitely been a lot more misses recently. And it's not like they're out of games at all. They're not getting killed by any stretch of the imagination. It's late in the game. They're just not, for some reason, always doing something like crazy. Like last game, we were down 1 with 4 seconds left. Shouldn't have been down 1 in the first place. But down 1 with 4 seconds left, and we're stepping over the end line to inbound the ball. Like, don't even give yourself a chance to tie up the game. Like, what are you doing? But they're dangerous. I think they're genuinely dangerous. They have so many guys that can hit the 3. We lack a thick big man, and that's where teams take advantage of us when they have like a thick guy inside just killing us.
So like if you get like a good draw, you could make some noise in the tournament. But if you get in like Purdue's region, like Eddie would kill you, or like Illinois, like Kofi would kill you.
Don't have that thick big guy.
No, there's not a lot of teams in college that have like a dominant big man.
Yeah, so I think they make a run. I think that it's like the classic like Ken Palm thing. If you're top 20 in both defensive efficiency and offensive efficiency, that's the people who have won the national championship. And a surprising team that's in there that I think could make a run is Texas because of the way that Chris Beard plays defense. Like, has it all set up. If they get it going.
Texas Tech, he had them doing well in the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
There's some like internal issues, though. We just had some guy transfer or like leave mid-season.
Yeah.
Apparently his dad's kind of a psycho, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think UConn is going to be good. I don't know. Like, it's so wide open this year. No one really talks about Gonzaga either, like, because they're just doing what they do every year.
Yeah, nobody's talking about them because they're like, yeah, like we saw you last year. Exactly. That was your best punch, and you got smoked.
Yeah, I don't think.
And it didn't even look, dude.
They'll be like
team. That was a weird game. Like Baylor was like noticeably more athletic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Obviously Gonzaga. I think a team I like, and they might just get like outshot one game, and it might hurt them. But I think Purdue's a problem. I think they got the guy. Like Ivy can get buckets. The problem is he's just so streaky. Like he'll have like some awful games.
Yeah.
They've got some shooters, and then that big guy is such an issue. I've watched them play Illinois a couple times, and it's so hard to go in the paint on Purdue and get easy baskets because that guy's a monster.
It's like when Taco Fall played college basketball. Like
he's on like a good team outside of because like when Taco Fall, like they were giving Duke fits.
Dude,
that Duke team was good.
Zion on the paint.
Yeah, they were getting like Duke cause I mean Zion's also like not like the tallest guy, but and so I think like if you have like one of those tall guys, like I don't know, I could see that guy like becoming like a story of the tournament, like this big guy.
Yeah,
how tall is he? 7'4"?
Yeah, at least 7'2".
He's huge. So I think Purdue's a problem. They're a good team. Obviously, like, you have like I don't love Duke. I don't like Duke this year.
I think they're hot lately, though.
Yeah, I watched them play. I think it was Virginia.
Yeah,
and
the other night.
You know who I'm ready to? I'm gonna stamp the fraud word on Paulo Banchero.
Whoa!
He didn't take a shot in the second half.
Look, man, good defense.
I can't get over it. Actually, I should take that back, but I had Duke that game, and I can't get over it.
Oh,
I can't get over it that their best player didn't take a shot the whole
now
second half.
Out.
Yeah. Oh, the ACC is so bad this year.
Yeah.
Duke's the only ranked team?
Yeah. North Carolina's very underwhelming. I think a team that the SEC is actually pretty stacked this year. It's wild.
Yeah.
And you would never think that. I think a team that's going to make a deep run, possibly win it all as like a 5 or lower seed is Arkansas. When they get hot, they have the big men. They have shooters. And they have shooters on the outside. Once they get going, they're so tough to beat.
What do you think about Auburn?
I like Auburn. I mean,
they're good.
Yeah, they're very good. They're a bunch of athletes, dude. They're insane.
Yeah.
Baylor, I think, will be up there. Kansas, I guess, will be up there. I mean, I hope Kansas loses first round. It'd be hilarious. I think
it's gonna be like
if I had to pick right now one team to win the national championship, I'm probably going like I don't want to say Baylor. I really don't. Because I don't think they're that good. I'm going to go with Purdue. I think Purdue is a good pick. I know.
All right.
I know. I just completely took it from I can't think of another team that's that well rounded.
I bet like Gonzaga could play Baylor because they have the dude, like that Eddie guy's so sturdy though. Chet Holmgren would get bullied by him.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say that because Chet Holmgren might be the number 1 pick.
Screw that guy.
I don't know. I'll maybe take Auburn. I think they got a lot of good players, and they have a Jabari Smith guy who's also a top 5 pick, and they played well this year. They lost a bad game. I forgot who it was, but they lost a bad one because they kind of got complacent, which is concerning. But
this is one of those. If there was a year where it's kind of weird, kind of wide open, and a team that gets hot in their conference tournament, chances over. This is the year. This is what I call a UConn year.
Yeah, a UConn year. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. They run the table in the conference. UConn might do it this year.
Yeah,
they're good.
They have a great big guy in Sonogo. They have shooters all around him. Guys who make their own shot. They could be very dangerous. I think this is a UConn year too.
Hold on. UConn national championships. What I want to know, do we have we might be due for one, Jart. I think we're due for one. 99,
they won
04, 04, 2011, 2014. We're due for a UConn year.
Yeah, I think it's so wide open. It's just going to be a team that gets absolutely hot.
Yeah. I want to like I even like Illinois, but they just are really streaky.
Yeah, every team
they will lose to anybody.
Literally no team I think has been like a consistent. I don't count Gonzaga as consistent.
I don't count them either because they play nobody.
Yeah. Such a joke of a conference. Unbelievable.
So yeah, they're going to be the 1 seed. Now, obviously they're good because they
they're
played with Duke.
10, top 5 team. Yeah.
They kind of whooped Texas, who's good but not great. They whooped UCLA.
Well, UCLA is that. They're bad. The UCLA is a bad team.
But when they lost to UCLA, I didn't even know that.
UCLA, if they weren't preseason ranked number 2, they'd be on the bubble right now. They're a bad team.
Aren't they 12th right now?
No.
Sure. What? I don't think that's accurate. They're 12th in the country.
Look at what's their record.
They're 20-6.
And they just lost to Oregon.
20-6 does not put you on the bubble.
They're going to continue to lose. You're right. I was wrong, but they're going to continue to lose.
Do you think they lose? Do you think they lose tomorrow?
Who do they play?
No, you have to just say.
Can you just tell me if they're home or away?
They're away.
All right, they're losing. Putting
3-23 Oregon State. Talk about a fluke. That Oregon State made the Elite Eight last year.
Dude, UCLA, they were the 11th seed.
People were mad UCLA got in. People are mad UCLA got in.
I know. And last year, dude, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing. So many teams are just going to be up there.
I think it's so funny. Oregon State just like they weren't going to make it at all last year. They just roguely ran the table in the Pac-12.
That was so funny.
They just won the Pac-12 out of nowhere, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, well they suck. They'll lose first round," and then they upset their 5 seed, and then and it was Elite Eight, and they almost beat Houston.
It was a team of destiny if you've ever seen it.
They were. You kept telling me, and I kept refusing to believe you. They took out Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I feel like every year, whenever a team has that
was so bad. I kept live betting Oklahoma State. I'm like, no way, Oregon State holds on.
That was so funny.
All right, elephant in the room. Tomorrow, National Marquette Day.
Oh
What are they gonna do to Butler?
I'll be working at the lacrosse game, so I unfortunately won't be able to watch. It's horrible.
Is Nick going?
Yeah, Nick's going to the game. He made a deal.
Oh, this is a crime.
It's horrible.
You can't show up for the podcast. You can show up for the game.
Exactly. He's a fraud. Nick's a fraud. You want to talk about fraud people? It's Nick.
Oh my God, bad juju for Marquette tomorrow.
Marquette's probably going to win by 11. And people are going to go nuts. It's going to be crazy on campus. National Marquette Day, for people who don't know, is obviously the day that Marquette puts where they recognize all their alumni. People come into town. There's a basketball game. The campus goes crazy. There's so many people, so many alumni, so many families. It's just nuts. And I have to work for 60% of it, so it kind of sucks.
When do you get off?
So we have a game at 1, which means we'll have team breakfast at 8:30.
So you're 8 to 4.
Yeah, 8 to 4:30.
So you'll get the aftermath.
Exactly, but then people are kind of partied out by 5 o'clock until the night.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. We had our winter carnival last weekend, and
Marquette's gonna win by a large margin tomorrow. It's not even gonna be close. Butler's okay, and we shouldn't have lost them 2 weeks ago. It'll be a revenge game. I am not. If there was those FanDuel props where you take a team to win by 30. I'd take Marquette to win by 27.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel I have they lost on National Marquette Day while you've been there?
They won again. They upset Villanova my freshman year.
That was sick.
Sophomore year, I'm trying to think if we had the day before. Yeah, we did.
Definitely
They
had it
won.
before. I think it was they
They
beat
won
Butler.
in sophomore year. I don't remember because we had an unofficial. We had 2 last year, and I
Wait,
don't
didn't they
think
play
we.
Wisconsin your sophomore year?
No, Wisconsin's always an early season game.
Oh.
I forget who they played. It's always a Big East team.
Oh.
But yeah, they've won every year. They've won every year.
All right.
And I think that continues tomorrow.
Any closing thoughts, Chartman?
Just want to repeat that Nick's a fraud and just you run away from the grind. I don't appreciate it.
All right. Well,
next time we're getting somebody to replace him. We're getting a third.
I could have locked something up, but it was kind of last minute that he was like, I can't do it. So, all right. Well, till next time, Chartman.
The Reader and George show, I guess.
Yeah. All right. See ya.